And we're live. Yeah, we're live. We're still alive. Thank you for that. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my live stream. Okay, the question on screen is, will Elon Musk buy MSNBC? Who knows? Remember? Remember Twitter? In Twitter, he asked, how much is it? And with MSNBC, he also asked, how much is it? It's gonna be insane if Elon Musk actually buys Microsoft NBC. For those who don't know, the MS, those two letters mean Microsoft. But I believe it's owned by Comcast. Or, well, I don't really understand how it works, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's gonna be insane if Elon Musk actually buys MSNBC. It's it's like a contradiction because if you're in X and if you're following Elon Musk, you'll know that he said that X is the new media, or you are the new media, and MSNBC is legacy media. What does it mean? Is he going to change MSNBC from legacy media to new media? And what is, will he change the name? What will he call it? XTV, X News? I don't know. But it's gonna be insane. And it'll be a lot of fun. Entertainment guaranteed. Anyway, let's check out what's happening. What's happening in the world? Well, there's a lot of things happening in the world. Let's see here. This was like, there you go, 1 hour ago. Elon Musk wants to buy MSNBC. Let's see what's Asmongold's opinion regarding this. How do I call it? Joke? Is Elon Musk joking? Only time will tell. Maybe he's not joking. Maybe he's serious.
So Elon Musk said he's gonna buy MSNBC. He just gonna buy the fucking...
Nah, he didn't say he's going to buy it. He just asked how much is it.
It would be insanely fucking funny if he bought MSNBC.
See?
And then he made all of the anchors on there.
We have the same thoughts
on Twitter
or thought regarding this matter. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be entertaining.
Oh God, another one with memes as well. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there, I just forgot. I forgot there is music in this one.
About the buying of Twitter. That's... Oh man, that's true.
Why is there music?
Historic writings that must be preserved and studied for all time based on their incredible value to Western civilization and to the human experience, like the Holy Scriptures, the Magna Carta, the Declaration of Independence, and
what I want, or the company or corporation that I want Elon Musk to buy is EA or Electronic Arts.
I love Twitter, and then asking how much is
and
true.
and I would want him to remake the Ultima series.
I love Twitter. Somebody named Dave Smith. You should buy it then. And Elon Musk saying,
How much is it?
is it?
Yeah.
Maybe I should buy it.
See, remember that happened, and now he owns
That would save
Twitter.
Western civilization.
I don't know
Elon
about
Musk buying
that.
Twitter is the reason why President Trump won in 2020.
I do think that being able, so I actually, to an extent, I feel like Twitter has, like, being able to say what you believe on Twitter has probably been one of the strongest forces for, I'm trying to think of, like, the,
Oh, by the way, all the PDF files are exposing themselves in blue sky.
I actually think that it was massive.
They
Elon Musk didn't buy Twitter.
they left X and moved to blue sky, where they are
I don't know whether that's true or not.
exposing themselves.
No.
The predators, the child predators are exposing themselves in blue sky.
Overton window of politics.
For, among many others. But imagine President Trump running for president without any ability to get his message out
Yeah, exactly.
on social media. Elon Musk paying $44 billion for Twitter, now X, and
Because
free
we saw how Google suppressed results. And Twitter before banned Donald Trump.
so many accounts that had been suffocated and stifled under the tyranny of the regime to try and fix elections forever. The goal was to break democracy as we know it
No.
and destroy the capacity for people to speak freely and think freely and vote freely.
I'm going to be honest, Benny here is cooking. I haven't seen one of his videos before, but he is absolutely cooking with this. I think that the real threat to democracy was the quasi-government that the technocrats were trying to create on the internet in order to make sure that nobody could have a conversation about things that they didn't want people to talk about.
Basically, they want the United States to become China.
They're trying to do that. And what's crazy about it is that
But instead of using force
sound crazy.
and I guess fear, well, fear also is involved, they're using technology and money.
This is what Elon Musk saved. Elon Musk freeing the bird, as
Yeah.
it were, freeing many accounts that we know, many of our friends, allowing for the free discourse, and declaring that we will fight. The freedom of speech isn't a suggestion; it's something we're going to physically fight over. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to fight for the right to free speech. Man, that changed world history. So when Elon Musk says, "How much is this left-wing instrument of suppression and oppression and fake news?" You should pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, history may be repeating itself. Here we go.
Ooh.
2 years into MSNBC, 2 years since MSNBC predicted Elon Musk's Twitter was
They predicted Elon Musk's Twitter was on the brink of collapse. Oh, man. How times change, huh? How about that? Bro, we have somebody who's extremely based in chat. Democracy doesn't exist. It's an idea. We exist in a constitutional republic, and the biggest threat is ignoring Freemasons on both sides. It's a show. Everything that you believe that the nurses tell you isn't real, it is real. You're right. You're right. They're being paid to hold you back.
on the brink of collapse.
Yep.
Now this guy, Mehdi Hassan, he doesn't have a show anymore. Okay, his show's been kicked off
His
the
show's
air. He's
gone?
been kicked off the air
Ooh.
and completely deplatformed.
Ooh.
This scumbag. It's like
Gotcha,
amazing how this
bitch.
all works. And Elon Musk saying, yeah, now MSNBC is going down. Well, that's an interesting thing
Oh, that's so fucking funny to me. I love it.
to say. MSNBC is
Guess what?
Let me
It looks like
2 years since NBC.
most folks,
Two
they like the truth.
MSNBC
They like the truth,
and
and they like being able to say
I want to watch it real quick.
whatever it is or whatever it is in their mind.
Personal freedom.
They want to be able to express themselves.
Electric cars would bring Twitter to space-age greatness. Instead, the microblogging platform that once enabled regular people to speak truth to power, the very powerful networking and organizing tool that helped to herald in the Arab Spring and the summer of racial justice protests.
X is not even that big. When it comes to social media websites, Facebook's still the king of social media, with like billions of users.
Oh, man. Oh, MSNBC is going down. That's crazy. Man, that is just too bad, isn't it? Wow. That sucks. Must be embarrassing to have that happen, right?
What exactly does that mean? Well, MSNBC has been attacking Elon Musk. Maybe Elon Musk is just, barking at some of his, some of the people who really hate Elon Musk. Search MSNBC and Elon Musk.
Oh.
It's like Elon moved into my phone and now I have to leave Twitter.
It's like Elon moved into my phone. Who does this? Who says this?
Mentally insane people.
Elon Musk. Look at these are just some of like the first hits. Like some of the first.
The sketches, yes.
Trump humiliates Elon Musk. Look at this
God.
from MSNBC. Elon Musk is pushing JD Vance aside as number 2.
They're
Elon
really
Musk.
pushing that, bro. And what's so funny to me is like almost all of the language that they use, it's basically like Mean Girls in high school language.
Be exactly what he vowed to expose.
Yeah.
Look at all these articles.
Maybe they never graduated high school. They're stuck in high school.
It was like Elon Musk. Look at that.
Oh man.
That could explain why.
With you right now, okay? They're psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk.
It's because they're threatened by him. He threatens their livelihood. If Elon Musk can create a platform where people will go and look for media, those people will come from MSNBC. So they're fighting for their fucking life here. That's why that's why they care.
MSNBC. Ladies and gentlemen, MSNBC should be more interested in just preserving its own network because MSNBC's ratings have been cut in half, some by 60%. Morning Joe's down by half.
People watch the news because they want to know what's happening. And when they're fed information about
I have never watched the news for many, many years.
stuff isn't real, this is just a small group of far-right people.
I used to enjoy watching the news.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a few decades ago.
Oh.
Now I don't watch
News network that's full of shit.
local news anymore
Like, really, you think about it. Like, oh, yeah, I want to go...
because it's just painful to watch.
They're saying that aliens are here? Wait a minute. No, they say it's... Wait, the weather station says it's raining.
The stupidity of what's being reported is so stupid that my brain, my mind can't handle or process it.
Joy Reid, Stephanie Ruhle show, they're down by 60% in the ratings.
I'm surprised
We've
it's
covered this
not
before on
more.
the program. The ratings have collapsed. Something like 35% of MSNBC's audience has migrated over to Fox in order to just not be psyop. They are
Yep.
they are the Bud Light of MSNBC of cable news networks. Okay, don't bet on MSNBC. And now Comcast is pulling the plug. Comcast, which owns MSNBC, is putting it up for sale.
Yeah, of course.
CNN announced massive layoffs. Now, this prompted Don Jr. to an hour or two ago say, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. Okay? Donald Trump says. Donald Trump Jr. says. This, in turn, prompts Elon Musk to do how much cost? which is the
boy.
exact same thing that he did here in the 2017 epic post that started the ball rolling on him buying X, saving Western civilization. Elon Musk doing the same thing here just an hour ago.
It's happening.
How much does MSNBC cost? Oh, yeah, you can do it.
No joke. We should all go in on it.
We should all go in. This would be epic. Do it. Elon Musk saying, yeah, okay, how much is it?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Turn it into...
It's gonna be fire.
The best contributor.
It's gonna be fire.
I've
I've never read or I've never watched anything from MSNBC, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna be super funny.
They do it through systematic vertical integration.
And even if Elon Musk buys MSNBC, I'm still not going to watch it.
Owns a social media platform.
Unless he integrates it with X.
His social media platform.
And if that happens, then I have no choice then.
Car company. Like, you can see how these building blocks put themselves together, right? You see how this is happening? Joe Rogan to be the best host? Yeah. So that's how it happens. It's a monopoly. It's not a monopoly. It is a control of information. It's like Apple, right? Apple doesn't have a monopoly, but they have a closed system and a completely vertically integrated supply line. Like, they're making the software, they're making the hardware, they're doing the repairs, they do everything. And that's why they're so fucking rich. Yeah, it's a creation of your own ecosystem. Exactly. Not a monopoly, but a monopoly. Well, a monopoly is that nobody can buy anything else. This is that you don't have to buy anything else. Do you see? That's what the difference is.
Like, oh man, give Tucker Carlson a show on MSNBC again. You know, Tucker Carlson used to have a show on MSNBC.
I didn't even know
way
that.
back in the day. Oh man, this has the internet losing their minds, along with some amazing reports of already MSNBC hosts scared that they're going to be fired.
Huge MSNBC shakeup that has Morning Joe hosts worried about losing their penthouse. We could be fired tomorrow.
Why are they renting a penthouse to live in?
Oh,
Would it be more frugal to just buy a house?
Morning Joe hosts worried about losing their penthouses. We could be fired tomorrow. They're now mewling about this on TV. They face awkward broadcasts in which bombshell report claiming Comcast is set to spin off its cable channels. The hosts brought up the news after the Wall Street Journal reported that Comcast will release a swath of its NBC Universal TV networks. When this happens, you never know what's going to happen, Scarborough says.
you never know.
He's tried to downplay the move. Oh, really? What do you think will happen when your co-host is Alex Jones after Elon Musk?
That would be the best one, where it's like, instead of
Okay, so Alex Jones loses InfoWars and gains MSNBC.
or like Andrew Tate or something like that. It'd be so fucking funny.
Buys
Oh,
your
God.
network. What do you think's going to happen then? Hey, babe, wake up. It's happening again.
Oh, God.
This is all over. This is my entire timeline. Is people saying, oh, man.
Oh, by the way, this is always entertaining, but it's actually not a good idea. It's not a good thing that a billionaire buys media stations and then they control them. Like, this is bad. I hopefully now everybody will start to realize this, because all of the other media, like, you think Fox News is any different than this? No. Like, they're doing the same shit.
Here we go again. Elon Musk asking how much does it cost?
Oh,
I think
boy.
Elon may be dusting off his sink soon. Yeah.
Oh,
Let that
God.
sink in. Oh, man. Like, can you imagine what's going to happen? What Joy Reid's post
She's gonna be
will
having a
like
bad day.
when Elon Musk buys MSNBC. Here we go again. Fire Rachel Maddow first.
That is diabolical. Oh, God.
I didn't know that
This app,
that person
Elon Musk, you could do
was a man.
ever.
Well, at least now I know.
MSNBC is Laken Riley's killer never stood a chance. For all the political controversy, the outcome of this trial was never in doubt. They literally write
Is that
articles. Bad? They write articles.
What the fuck is this shit?
Says Joe Rogan. MSNBC is writing articles defending...
For all the political controversy surrounding Joe Ybarra, the outcome of this trial was never in doubt. Well, I feel like if you killed somebody, it shouldn't be, right? I mean, I don't know.
Asmongold is not getting it. See? Sometimes he's kind of slow. Yeah. He's focusing on the subtitle and not on the title.
What the spin on this?
The victim never stood the chance, not the culprit.
The victim with the title? But I don't think that...
Because the victim is dead.
Like, I need to see the article myself and really make a decision. I don't think that's enough. They're shilling because he's an illegal? No, there's no way. There's no way they're doing that.
Again...
Laken Riley's killer never had a chance. Is this the article?
It's focusing on the...
Oh,
it's focusing on the subtitle.
Okay.
He doesn't get it, or he didn't get it.
They changed the title. Riley's murder became a political rallying cry at the summer's Republican National Convention because Ybarra entered the country illegally. The verdict was going to be guilty. The sentence was going to be life without parole. For his defense, this was a hopeless case. The defense did the best that it could with bad facts, but it almost certainly knew it was going to lose. That's probably why it requested a bunch of judge-only trial instead of judge trials.
He read the article. He's still not getting it.
Pushed for a judge trial because the evidence against the defendant is both overwhelming and horrific. The defense had no chance with a jury.
Again, if the title was okay, MSNBC wouldn't have changed it. Again, look at Asmongold. He's so confused. He's so confused.
The defense counsel just gets handed a truly awful, unwinnable case. The defense's choice of a bench trial was not only save the state resources, it also likely avoided prolonging a traumatic experience for the victim's family.
He's not getting what's the controversy is about.
Somebody could read that and get the idea that the article is kind of being sympathetic.
Okay, so either well, I think he just didn't get it.
See why somebody would think that. I think it's like
but there is a chance that he just ignored it and is just pretending.
I think it is.
Remember, these are content creators, and
if I could explain,
they're always farming for views.
Is they're basically lamenting the fact that a person who's part of a group that they're trying to protect was a bad guy. Because these are people that are like pro illegal immigration.
He totally missed it.
Exactly like what their viewpoint is. But that's basically what they're trying to say. And so they're like, oh man, like it's actually true that one of these guys that, you know, people say are bad turned out to be bad.
All I can do is laugh.
They're sad he won't be free. I think that they're sad that his actions damage their movement.
This says Joe Rogan. MSNBC is writing articles defending the murderous killer, rapist and killer of Laken Riley. This is how sunken this network is. Yes, it would be so awesome to buy it.
Not enough.
We'd like to see MSNBC become X News. Yeah.
X News.
Dude, that would be just
God.
Musk NBC.
Oh God.
The responses are just on fire here. Everybody's saying the exact same thing. Do it, 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 do it.
It would be really fucking...
Everyone's saying do it, must put in some money.
Give Tucker Carlson a show.
So strawman argument, just say they're pro-immigration. I bet no one's pro-legal immigration, just pro-treating immigrants legal and otherwise in humane ways. Well, if treating them in humane ways isn't deporting them, then I disagree. I think if you come into the country illegally, you should get fucking deported. That's it. Very simple. It's just really not complicated. I don't get it.
Bring them back.
Here's the thing, sending them back home is a humane thing. it's more humane than just
being logical and to
offing them off.
so people like him can control the narrative because other people.
Imagine this: they entered illegally and they're going home on a plane.
This video is in the
That's what's
news
happening.
due to someone
They're going home comfortable
roasting the MSNBC host and
on a plane.
you could buy MSNBC and like make a Fox competitor with former Fox hosts.
They're not going to walk home.
Carlson.
They're getting a ride for free.
He makes so much money. Megyn Kelly's going viral for mocking.
What is it? What is the spin on this? Is the spin is like after their talk show hosts are going to start OnlyFans or be strippers? Like, why are they doing this? Like, just, what are we doing?
For roasting Mika Brzezinski live
no other
in
option
an interview.
And then when Trump won, to turn around and say,
Oh God,
not Hitler. And actually, I've been talking about all these issues like the trans thing for a very long time. Just nobody would listen to me. You know, the Democrats' messaging was all wrong. That same guy has no problem going in to talk to Trump, licking the boot, and turning around to the audience being like, it's totally normal. I don't know what you're talking about.
who's this?
He is just, I mean, he is so up himself, and she's just lost the plot a very long time ago. But do you remember?
She's an idiot. That's the other thing. She's a dope. And by the way, she's constantly lecturing us about women's rights. And like, she's progressive. I forgot to tell you today, I do not have my black stretchy pants on. I have the full sweatpant on today, Paul Marie. I'm just going to be honest. And I need to disclose this because it's a visual. So this Miss champion, Miss Feminist, they were on the cover of, was it New York Magazine 10 years ago? And you have a picture of the two of them where Joe Scarborough is like this. I think he might have his feet up on the table. It's like a power pose for him.
Like Bill Clinton.
And she is up there. This isn't, I'm not dressed for this, but I'm going to show you. Okay.
Yeah, commit. Thank you.
Yes.
She should start streaming on Twitch. Oh God!
I should not be doing this. That's what she did. And he's sitting there in the power position, like, yeah, do it, baby, pose.
Oh God!
Show your brain.
She's not wrong. Would you love to see Megyn Kelly get Mika Brzezinski's job? Dude, replace these two with Tucker and Megyn Kelly, and I would watch every single freaking morning.
Oh God, not her.
Apparently, Rachel Maddow's salary has been cut by $5 million.
Has been cut by $5 million. Maddow, who earns $30 million annually for hosting once a week, and people are mad at streamers. Fuck off. Fuck. This is ridiculous. What do you mean?
By the parent company, is Comcast struggle
Well, I think she's only going to get maybe
dollars annually for hosting
what,
once a week. Agreed to a $25 million deal for the next 5 years.
10 million, 15 million of that.
Once a week. Yeah, why don't you replace this? Let me tell you what.
They are so oppressed
with this.
because
They're wasting.
the government is taking a lot of their money.
I feel like that's a waste of money, guys. Like, yeah, it's a lot of money you're just pissing away on this.
MSNBC.
You think? Yeah.
Comcast, sell it to Elon. Give the people what they want. All right? This is not what people want. They want this as a full-time cable show.
Look, maybe what Elon can do is he can just go to OnlyFans and get like the top 50 creators and just have them be the hosts for the show on MSNBC. Just replace.
There's already a news network like that. It's called,
Amarath and Jenna Lynn Meow.
let's see, it's called Naked News Network, I think.
People watching.
It's not a brand new idea, Asmongold. Somebody already thought of it.
It used to be through the fucking roof. Call it Only News.
Oh, what a great timeline. It's the best timeline. We are living in the greatest time.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen. It's your boy
God.
Benny. See ya.
Oh, fuck. That is funny. That is so fucking funny to me, man. For as money you can say the biggest lies and they tell you passionately to try to sell them. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, don't they consider OnlyFans women's empowerment so it fits? I think that I don't know, and this is another thing. I think that women's empowerment is choosing to be sexual. So this is everybody, I don't know why, I'm going to say it. I don't know why so many people out there have a problem understanding consent. And do you want to know the truth? I think that they don't have a problem. I think they have a problem understanding consent because it disagrees with what they want to do. I think everybody understands consent. It's just that they collectively ignore it when it's something that's not convenient for them. So they understand, just want to ignore it. Exactly, right. And so the fact is that women want to be able to sexualize themselves. They don't want to be sexualized in a way like upskirt photos or sexualized in a way that is demeaning. So women are totally okay to sexualize themselves. That's totally feminist because they're choosing to do that themselves. Like, how is this hard for people? Like, well, I feel like I'm a fucking feminist here. I'm the only person that understands this. Women who see other women that are attractive sexualizing themselves and get mad about it, you know what you call them? Fat.
I'm not getting this last part. I don't. I honestly don't. Anyway, let's close this one. He suddenly just went on a tirade about consent. Obviously, if you understand the word, you know what consent means. Okay, so what do we have here? It's Smash JT, big mistake. What does it mean? BioWare just made a massive mistake banning her from EA Play. I don't even know who she is. Who is she? Is she someone important? How about this one? The politics of Gamergate and the culture war with Nerd Wars. Okay, I'm not going to watch that one because it was like over an hour. And Kirk and Spock reunite in amazing short film. Kirk and Spock. Okay, so this is the short film. It's unification. A series of numbers and then unification. It basically reunites Kirk with Spock. So what they did in the story, in the context of the story, I'm not sure if it's canon, is that they resurrected Kirk because it seems that they have the body of Captain Kirk, and someone has a power, the ability to bridge the different timelines, and James Kirk was transported from the Prime timeline to the Kelvin timeline where Spock was. In fact, Spock died in the Kelvin timeline, and that's basically it. It was shot in a very emotional way with no dialogue. So if you are a fan of Star Trek, you need to check this out, or you need to check it out. Again, it's unification. Star Trek, again, there's a series of numbers. Unfortunately, I can't remember what the numbers were, but if you search Star Trek Unification, you will find it. Veilguard shills are reporting critics. Okay, what is this about? Veilguard is still in the news, imagine that.
So before Dragon Age: The Veilguard was officially released, the character creator was made public, and it got a ton of criticism for the lack of customization options for certain parts of female characters. For example, the chest slider, in which the options were essentially non-existent, because even when maxed out, there was nearly no noticeable...
Well, that is easily explained. They hate women with big breasts.
Who's now in the
That's why. It's discrimination.
critic,
They are discriminating against women with big breasts.
perfect header image right there. BioWare's favorite Veilguard character. They say YouTuber Nure, who's been vocal about her criticism of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, reported on X that she was banned on EA Play. She wrote, "I was just banned
That is just stupid if true. Why would you be banned
Kayla Elizabeth or Unifade
from EA Play
literally got me banned from a subscription service that I
just because you have a different opinion regarding a video game? Oh my goodness.
type suspension, reason, inappropriate conduct. EA staff, partners, and sponsors. Date November 21st to...
Again, if true though, we don't really know what happened.
Speculated that the alleged quote-unquote harassment that EA is accusing her of was due to her criticism of EA partners Kayla Elizabeth and trans activist Unifade Walker. Nure wrote, "This is so funny because my criticism of Kayla/Eddie was that they had personal ties and the privilege of knowing and interacting with EA staff, and you guys just freaking proved it." For additional context, Unifade Walker had previously gone viral also before Veilguard's release, and also for the character creator, except for that clip where Unifade was like praising the top surgery scar options. So if you've seen that clip, that's the person being referenced here. Kayla Elizabeth was also mentioned, and it looks like she has a YouTube channel that focuses on like BioWare content, it seems. So yeah, there's some more context, and moving on. In another post, Nure noted that the ban stemmed from comments she made on Twitch and YouTube. She wrote, "Which one is it, EA? It says that
What does having opinions in other platforms got to do with EA Play?
against EA affiliates
That is just basically abuse of authority.
and Twitch. So something ain't adding up." We can see another screenshot.
In 2024, in this generation,
Get any of this wrong, but let's take a look. It says, infraction reasoning.
abuse of authority is very common.
This is behavior
Back in the day, you won't be able to do that because
employees or others who work with us.
although you can try and people can get away with it, but it's still not accepted. It's frowned upon.
And you can give it at this.
And you could lose your job if you do something like that and you got caught. But in this generation,
that it seems like it's something they could really apply to anything whenever they want. And I don't know about you, but I don't trust
it's like it's the cool thing to do.
as far as what the alleged
To abuse,
that resulted in her ban was.
abusing whatever little authority they have is like
Server for
a
archetype
cool thing.
upcoming game Exodus. She shared, "This is because there's this Exodus Discord server, and one of you told me that Spell and Shield, another content creator, got preemptively banned from the Exodus server because Kayla Elizabeth told the mods that he was a grifter and he was a hater." So she got him banned using her privilege in her numbers to get him banned from the Exodus Discord server, and I've been bringing awareness to that fact. She added, "I've been talking about Kayla and people like Eddie, Unifade Walker, having connections to EA and staff at EA, and having a direct line of contact with EA. And now I get banned from EA
I said earlier that Elon Musk
partners and sponsors."
should buy EA.
Okay, if that's really...
EA has a lot of titles.
We need to get these grifters and these...
Well, my reason for that is so that
play too. That'll show them. Like, I thought I saw Corpo bootlickers.
I guess more of a hope
It's like a whole new level.
that the Ultima series
The part of her video where
gets a remake, a modern, not for the modern audience, just a modern remake.
To get him banned from the Exodus Discord server. And I have been bringing awareness to that fact because guess what? I can do whatever I want. And this is really funny to me that I've been talking about that. I've been talking about Kayla and people like Eddie having connections to EA and staff at EA and having a direct.
Again, it's just abuse of authority. They have very little authority and
harassment of EA partners and sponsors and whatever.
Back on November 18th, New Ray shared to X that Kayla
they
Elizabeth
still find ways of abusing it.
server to keep it grift free. Archetype Entertainment. Why can she dictate who and who doesn't get access to your server? People are hopeful about Exodus, although very skeptical. Endorsing this behavior doesn't help your case. She then shared screenshots of Spell and Shield accusing Kayla Elizabeth of getting him preemptively banned from the Exodus server without me ever having broken any rules because I'm toxic. Bros, if all this stuff is really what's going on here, like how this all really went down, like this seems like some grade school level behavior right here. Absolutely pathetic stuff. In a post on November 19th, New Ray added, about the whole Kayla Elizabeth thing, even if it is not an official server, I do stand by what I said. Archetype Entertainment should shut down any type of unofficial attempt at policing their fandom. It's not Kayla's place to decide who gets to talk about Exodus and who doesn't. Kayla might not advertise herself as an activist, but she is one. From using her platform to ask her audience to mass report accounts, to just overall being a disingenuous individual.
If people are mass reporting
Exodus.
just because
She shared screenshots from Kayla Elizabeth's ex.
someone asked them to mass report,
So many things because
those people are just stupid. They don't know how to think.
target others for being trained
Because if they knew how to think,
because they have
obviously
valid criticism, then you're afraid
they would know it's not a good thing to do, to just mass report someone because
bigotry, but how you
of reasons.
NBA fan is beyond me. Pathetic, Elizabeth added. We can see a screenshot of what we just read right here, and New Ray had captioned this saying, Kayla Elizabeth is a keyboard warrior, a pathetic
But then again, there's
behind her to censor and shape
a lot of assholes,
She has a history of doing this.
not just in the internet, but in the world. There's a lot of them.
We can see another example right here in this tweet that reads, it's awesome to see CD Projekt Red push back against lying grifters because the only way to make these losers shut up is to prove they're liars and frauds. I wish more devs would publicly denounce the quote-unquote anti-woke grifter BS, but I unfortunately understand it makes them a target too.
Sure. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, game developers can continue. They can continue making games for, or continue making woke games.
And I'm just
There's nothing wrong with that. That is their right. But there's also nothing wrong
finished for a while.
with us, the gamers, the consumers.
Like currently, Kayla
There's nothing wrong if we don't buy their woke games.
also responded to New Ray saying, ooh,
It's also our right.
with a ban. Why aren't you telling people what you did to get your ban, New Ray? Why are you leaving that out? Do you need me to tell everyone what you did to get banned? Because I have no problem telling everyone. Sure enough, 51 minutes
And the thing is, if no one buys their game,
woke crowd claiming that the only reason she was
instead of taking responsibility,
not actually talking about how she threatened
what they would do is blame the customers for not buying their woke crap.
people that are covering the situation are intentionally leaving that detail out, or if, for example, they simply don't know about it. Because in the article that I was going over, there's no mention of the detail that Unifade is about to present that we're going to take a look
The
at.
sad thing is,
I wouldn't have known
the audience,
unless Unifade
the modern audience
ago
that they are targeting, don't even,
and here we can see
also don't buy their woke crap.
become a statistic is a textbook violation of TOS. She didn't get banned for being critical, she got banned for running her mouth. Funny how they aren't mentioning this, isn't it? Well, like I just said, there could be a very reasonable explanation to it. Angie, I'm not going to play the clip because there's lots of profanity and I'm too lazy to censor all that. It would take a good minute for me to do that. But yeah, in the clip, New Ray does essentially tell some of these people to Minecraft themselves, with some paraphrasing I'm using there. Eddie then saying, remember kids, freedom of speech is not freedom of the consequences of said speech. If you violate TOS on an IP that then suspends you for violations, take the L like an adult and move on with your life. Stop blaming me for something you said with your whole chest. Well, look, to be fair, there's been a lot of very immature behavior throughout this entire situation from what I've seen. I do think New Ray got too heated in the clip that I saw. At the same time, like I mentioned, a lot of these other people have also been acting really immature, so there's no room to talk about like acting like an adult or whatever. The other thing to take note of is the point that Nure made way earlier about this clause in the EA terms of service, apparently, where they say suspension will temporarily remove your access
This shouldn't be a thing.
or your EA account when we notice activity on your
It's not. It shouldn't be like this.
conduct. So if they're policing for off EA account,
If you did something wrong in Twitter, you shouldn't be banned in another platform where you never did anything wrong.
like go tattletale on Nure to EA.
It's just insane.
I do think she got too heated, but then like reporting her to EA is such an L move. Anyways, that seems to essentially be the situation, and I gotta head out in a minute, so I'll wrap this up here and get it uploaded. As always, thank you all for tuning in. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. Appreciate you. Consider liking.
If you did something wrong in this platform, you should be suspended or banned or punished in that platform. You shouldn't be punished in a different platform not related to the other platform. But what they're doing is, if you did something bad here, you're also banned from here. You're also banned from here and here and here, where you have never, or you never did anything wrong. You were following the rules or the TOS of those other platforms. But unfortunately, there are cases where you'll also get banned from other platforms because you said something bad or did something bad in this one platform not related to the other platforms. Okay, let's see. How many minutes do I have? I only have an hour. Drinkers Chaser, shocking news. Marvel deletes She-Hulk. Yeah. So basically what happened here in the banner next to Loki was She-Hulk, but she was replaced by Deadpool. And I think I tweeted something like, or maybe I didn't. I tend to forget things. That none, besides Deadpool, none of the characters on the banner are profitable. So the red guy right here, he is carrying all the other characters. Without that red guy, all these other characters are, I don't know, maybe they won't get another series or franchise. They won't have funds. Well, I wouldn't really know. I'm just saying that the only guy, what I meant is like Deadpool is the only character that is interesting in this banner. I like Loki in the Avengers, but I kind of didn't, outside of the Avengers, I'm not into it, unfortunately. Again, they should have just rebooted the entire thing after Endgame. There's a reason why it's called Endgame. It's the end of the game. That's it. After that, they were just making, I guess they made so much money. They made so much money from the Avengers, from the first run of the MCU, that they're able to waste a lot of money from making entertaining movies to movies with messaging. Nope, just bad movies. They're unwatchable. So after Endgame, the only movies that I've seen in theaters are, let's see, I can't remember. Yeah, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any. Unfortunately, I've seen No Way Home. I think I saw it, but I'm not sure if I saw it later on video. Anyway, my memory is my memory needs a little jogging. Again, I tend to forget things. Okay, this looks interesting. It's Cobra Kai. I've seen it already. Look at that. The reason how I knew that I've seen the video is because the color of the title is red. That means I've seen it already. But you wouldn't know because, you know, if this wasn't red, I wouldn't know if I've seen it already because the search or the seek bar, look at that. There is no indicator. There is no indicator that that will let me know that whether if I've seen this video or not. Look at this. See, I've seen this one already because of the red text. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, destroyed by Jornos. Woke journalists are going mass off to save their careers. Of course they're going to do that. This is like 1 month ago. Why is this here? Ah, look at that. I'm looking at my own live stream. You'd think that YouTube is recommending your content to other creators or other users. Nope. This is a lie. That is a lie. The only reason why I'm seeing it is because I'm logged in to my account. If I wasn't logged in, or if I'm logged in to another account, my live stream is not going to appear. That is how YouTube tricks content creators to think that they are. No, we're not suppressing your content. Look, it's in the front page of YouTube right now. It's a big lie. Okay, what is this? It's like 30 minutes. It's the new Jaguar branding. So this is like the Bud Light, the Bud Light, what do you call this? The Bud Light thing all over again. But then again, it's Jaguar. So I guess it's not an everyday man's brand. And here we have Dr. Disaster. Let's go check out this video from Dr. Disaster, the space pirate that pays taxes.
What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster. And when somebody rips a fart, I don't know about you guys, but I just completely leave the room as a matter of principle.
The title is Avowed was made for the modern audience. Pronoun garbage like Dragon Age the Veilguard.
In the
What?
I protect my delicate nasal passages, I also protect my eyes and ears from video games that have even the barest traces of wokeness in them. This is why I'm now planning to avoid the upcoming game Avowed, which apparently is
I was hoping, or I was thinking of getting this game. Well, not on release, of course.
I have a zero
Eventually.
tolerance for that crap. If I get even a whiff of someone trying to inject ideological shit, then I'm out.
My God. What is that smell? Oh,
That's the smell of desire, my lady.
it smells like a used diaper filled with Indian food.
You know, desire smells like that to some people.
And now, just to clarify here, some people are already calling this game the next Dragon Age the Veilguard, assuming that it's going to be hyper woke and become a focal point of the culture war when it comes out in February. And so far, I'm not seeing that happening. So far, I'm not seeing any other major evidence that this is a game I should avoid. They're definitely wrong to include the pronouns in the game, but there are gradations of wrong.
Wrong is an absolute state and not subject to gradation. Of course it is. It's a little wrong to say a tomato is a vegetable. It's very wrong to say it's a suspension bridge.
With that in mind, this is a game that has the look and feel to it that it was made for the modern audience. But until there is more evidence, it seems like a stretch to compare it to Dragon Age, which was absolutely dripping with wokeness out of every pore. That game was famously directed by a self-proclaimed queerosexual gendermancer.
What the hell is even that?
Whereas this one, so far, just has pronoun options in the game. And that's bad enough, mind you. Bad enough that I wanted to talk about it, in fact, because
I find it, again, it's very stupid because
that does not belong in a...
it's part of speech.
What a strange person.
It's part of language.
Excuse me, it's
It
men.
is not something
Now, this
that you can own.
I'd be more than reasonable.
Man, once again, man.
If you can have pronouns, why not have adjectives as well? Why not have your own verbs? Why not have, every part of speech becomes a personal thing? Again, it just destroys communication.
Alright, me hearty.
Because
Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done
there
so.
is no
A ton
effing way, especially with the custom pronouns that they are
to ask the following.
that they have as well. There's no way you can remember all of that.
We have now got
We already have established rules on communication in language.
channel is
Let's just follow that so that we can have
we add a new ship to the fleet.
a better, a clearer
This time
form of communication and not worry about what is this guy's. Oh, I can't remember what this guy's pronoun is.
over here. If any of you have any suggestions for future
You'll then have something personal,
comment section below,
your proper name.
my long list. Super chats,
You don't need to have your own personal pronoun.
super chats, and also don't forget that once we hit that 100,000,
But again, I'm not surprised because most of this, most wokes don't even understand words. They have their own definition of words.
But anyways, let's look a little more deeply into Avowed. In truth, this is a video that I was dreading having to make because I absolutely love the old sword and sorcery style games. When I was a kid, one of my prized possessions was the old Hero Quest board game, which I used to play endlessly with my brother. My favorite books and movies.
Again, there's nothing wrong if you want to make your character ugly.
franchises are The Legend of Zelda, Ultima, and The Elder Scrolls, so I really, really love the genre, and I was looking forward to this game. I thought it might be a
If you want to make an ugly character,
the genre, but instead
go for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
experience by adding modern gendered crap into the game. Once again, this doesn't appear to be anywhere near the level of the Veilguard. We don't have to exaggerate.
Also,
but it's bad enough.
why are they only adding things from the woke religion?
My third platinum trophy for Skyrim. You can get a platinum for the PS3, the PS4, and
If they are going to add things from one religion, they should also add things from the other religions.
was as simple and awesome as I remembered. You just pick your race, Dark Elf by the way,
In the name of equality and fairness.
with no moral.
The thing here is they're only favoring one religion, and that is the woke religion.
Apparently, you also have to choose what pronouns you go.
And I think that is very problematic. It's unfair.
The rounds online for
There are so many religions in the world.
review of the game that was shared by
They can argue that because there's so many, they can't add everything, but at least they can add the few major ones.
the same way that whenever I encounter
If you can have
in the bio,
pronouns from the woke religion, there should also be something from
take this game
the Muslims and the Christians and the Catholics or the Buddhists or whatever religion it is.
bored. They want to feel like they're doing something to change the world in their bland and tired existence, and maybe more than that. I think a lot of these so-called
Don't get me wrong, wokeness is a religion. It's a belief system.
these are people who suffer from main character syndrome and want everyone to notice how stunning and brave they are. And while this feature in the game might be something that appeals to them, it has no place in a setting like the one that we see in Avowed. In a sword and sorcery type setting, people don't live boring lives. They live lives filled with the purpose of finding food and resources at all times to continue to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
People of today, they aren't living
It's like living in the third world,
to work in the
where people
of some
already have, where people are living to survive.
company talking about how everything everywhere is always racist and sexist and shit like that. No, these are very different people who simply don't have time to think about nonsense like that. And so adding this pronoun
Adding identity politics
immersion breaking. If I played this
will just make living harder.
the character info screen, I'd see this nonsense and remember that this was a game made for these modern audience bozos, and it would rip me out.
Also, the modern audience, they don't play games, as proven by Dustborn.
Is developed,
That was like
which is now
super woke.
Here is a page with
And guess what? No one played it. What, 87 people played it in Steam?
inclusive in their games because, as always, these AAA studios
Also, again, with the inclusivity thing. Inclusive, they don't understand what it means.
and
The idea of being inclusive is if you don't agree with them, you are excluded. That is their idea of what inclusive is.
are you unnecessary
To them, inclusive
gender
is
barriers into your
to us. The definition of inclusive to them is the definition of bigot to us.
the swamp creatures who infest all the HR departments at these companies are generally true believers, but don't be fooled. Most of the bigwigs in these companies don't actually give a shit about this progressive nonsense. They simply think that following guidelines like this will make them more money. They think that pandering appeals to a broader audience and that customers like me are acceptable losses in the process. And that's why, despite the fact that so far this game doesn't appear to be anywhere near as woke as Dragon Age, I am going to avoid it like the plague, and I'm going to recommend that you do the same. Do not fund people who view you as a statistic on a chart and who don't care if you're enjoying yourself with their product. But I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this game? Drop them into the comment section below and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain
Okay, look at that. It seems that the hour is over. It's over. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the hour. And if you did, please consider following the channel. And if you're watching this in Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, you can also follow me, follow the channel there, or you can go to Rumble and follow the channel in Rumble. If you don't have a Rumble account, you can create one for free, and you don't need a Rumble account to watch content in Rumble unless it's the content is paywalled. If it's paywalled, then you'll have to pay to access the content. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.